So I know you're not supposed to shoot this straight up and down, but I figured as I'm walking out the door here to run errands, I'd go ahead and give you an idea of a cold start. There is one of the blems right there. That's that little nick next to the grill. The grill is actually an aftermarket piece. It's meant to look like the next generation, which I think looks pretty good. I do have the original grill that comes with it. It's more of a mesh style looking grill. Glass headlights means that, of course, they don't have any fogging. This one on the left side has a little moisture in it, and so does the fog light below, but nothing major. The rims are 17-inch. As you can see, there is a little bit of rash there on the inside of the lip, but I think that could probably be polished out, but to be honest, I never really cared that much. They look pretty good from 5 feet. Pop up in the back here. It's got the original mats. These could be cleaned up a little bit better probably with the shampoo, and then if you were to kind of trim all the fraying edges. There's a guy on eBay who wants $650 for a brand new set. I just figured these were okay, since it wasn't a concours car. Gotta love that part, and yes, they sound the business. The other exterior blem, let's see here, there's this little knot here in the door pillar trim. Again, I tried to bid on a near perfect set of these all the way around, and it was over $400, where I lost my appetite and somebody kept bidding over me, so I didn't get them. If I was to fix these, I'd probably just go with the regular C-Series door pillar trim, which are just like piano black, and I think they'd look fine. You can get a full set for under $100. I forgot, there is actually a little bit of rubbing over here. You can barely see it. And some of that is just like, I think that'll actually come out with some buffing, but I never got around to it because I forget it's there. That's probably the worst of it right there. Pneumatic locks, but those are working. Again, like I say, she could use a detail. All the sills are kind of dirty. And then on the seat, you can see there's the wear here. I don't believe this is leather. I think it's that MB Tex material, because there's no way these seats have 100,000 miles on them and not more creases if they were leather. So I suspect just some vinyl dye would probably do the job on that guy right there and look pretty damn good. So this is the replacement key. It's not the same style as the original. So sometimes it has a little bit of trouble working on the first try. Let's see if it works for me today. Usually wait till the fuel gauge comes up. Works first try that time. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 tries, but
Remember how
biggie this time. The stereo works. It's showing its age though. I mean, it's a 98. So once upon a time this was considered pretty revolutionary, but now it's sounding a little kind of flat on the upper and lower ends. But it does have a 6-disc CD changer in the back. It's actually an Alpine unit made for Mercedes. So you can get parts for it if you need it. It does have the original phone built in. Check this baby out. Oh yeah. And it does turn on, but you can't get service for it anymore. Apparently, if you have an existing analog cellular phone contract, you can get it to work for this, but nobody's issuing those brand new anymore, so I don't know how you would actually go about getting that working, but it is kind of a novelty. And this is the dual opening, so you have the deeper glove box below the phone. I did get these all-weather mats from a friend. They fit perfectly. I also have those original ones in the back. I showed you those. Little glove box. I've got a binder inside with more of the documentation. I think, if I remember correctly, I've got the original window sticker. Pretty good looking car. And honestly, it really hasn't given me any trouble. The only reason it stranded me was because the key stopped working. I do have a separate original key, but I'm kind of keeping that one aside because, like I say, the primary one, the circuit board finally went out on that one and wasn't repairable. Yeah, she's quick and it sounds fantastic. Hopefully that came through okay for you. Anyways, I'll give you a proper demonstration one of these days when it dries out again. Like I say, heated seats on both sides. You can turn the traction control off, sort of. Lights up that yellow indicator. This car doesn't have a true limited slip. It's got what they call an electronic limited slip, which means it's basically applying brake pressure to the rear brakes to simulate a limited slip locking effect. As a result, you can turn off the stability program, which will give you some, it'll let the back end come out a little bit, but because it's an electronic differential, it will come in. There's no way to turn it off completely. So that's one thing the Europeans got that we didn't. They got the real limited slip, and we do not. To some regards, you know, I think the critics would say the transmission is what held back this car from competing with the E36 BMW M3. If it was a full manual, this car would really be an animal. The first gear on this sucker is really, really short, so it shifts out of that pretty quickly unless you have full throttle. The winter and sport mode, the winter starts it in second gear versus first. That makes it a little more manageable when it's slick outside. Because certainly, if you jam on the gas and from a stop sign, it will spin the rear tires if it's even slightly wet out. I mean, these are full summer performance ZR tires, so that makes it kind of entertaining. Reminds you of what you're in. No cracks in the dash. Just put a new windshield wiper on. I don't know, that's kind of silly. The rain sensing wipers actually work. Let's see if I can get around to the... Can't really. There we go. First selection there is rain sensing here. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it without giving you a drive, so I guess I'll cut this off instead of rambling some more. But anyways, I'm glad to hear you're interested. Definitely be cool if this went to another car guy, and if I could see it on occasion and know that it was doing well. Oh, the Achilles heel of these cars is the transmission. The best thing you can do is run synthetic transmission in it. You know, this was billed as a lifetime fluid. Most of the manufacturers were giving that a shot back in the day, but the truth of the matter is that's just a stupid thing to do. So anyways, I had the filter changed and I had full synthetic put in, and that's about the best preventative maintenance you can do on these. From what I can see, a replacement transmission is, you know, roughly, depending on where you get it, $3,500 to $5,000, but the fluid that came out wasn't in bad shape, and like I said, I put full synthetic back in. I think it was like $200 and $250 to do the full service, so that's really the best thing I can do. There's no signs of it slipping as far as I can tell, and like I said, I'll stop rambling now, and we'll get you a ride soon. See ya.